on Facebook, and we would like to take a little memento of this audience home tonight. So you guys ready to make some noise? Do you guys give full legal permission for your image to be used in all purposes in 613? Great! So here's my iPhone 2. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with these guys who are gonna show us their beautiful faces. That's why I'm not in the picture. And then we're gonna get to you, and you guys are going to make so much noise to show how happy you are that you're watching us this evening. And if you're not, pretend, okay? Here we go. Starting with Nathaniel, Jacob, Trey, Phil, Rob, Sam. Great job, guys. I think they bought it. So check out Instagram. Now keep that energy up because we're gonna get back to you. We're gonna lean on you for some singing because the first singing was so awesome. So we're gonna do it in 1 second. This song is called All Honey Sing.
All honey sing, we all have who come. We all have who roll, we all have take you roll. All honey sing, we all have who come. Just like this.
Ben-Avi, Haaztmaut, I said.
Part 1 and part 2.
Ben-Avi, Haaztmaut, I said.
Alright, everyone let's out. Let's hear it. Try it out.
Ben-Avi, Haaztmaut, I said.
Alright, part 2.
Ben-Avi, Haaztmaut, I said.
Alright. Everyone on this side of the room say hi to Mike.
We are getting towards the end of the show, and we're going to break out a song that is all the way back from our very first album, back in 2000. Yes, they're big. So, the name of the song is Home, and excuse me, if you're not quiet, I'm going to start shouting out endgame spoilers. So be careful.
As long as it's not Game of Thrones spoilers.
So this song is pretty special to us. It's one of the first songs that was an original to our group. It was written by my friend Alan. And he was watching television, and unfortunately, something that we saw all too often at the time, and we're starting to see all too often again. It was an interview with a bus driver in Israel who was in the hospital. Thank God he had survived, but he was recovering from wounds that he had suffered and being the victim of a suicide bombing. But not just was he the victim of this suicide bombing, it was actually the second time he had been in such a heinous act and lived to tell the tale. And so this was a survivor in every sense of the word. And, you know, all of those petty journalistic questions, what was going through your mind? What were you thinking? What would you want to tell to the people who tried? And then the last question, my friend Alan found very poignant, and he said, the question was, what are you going to do now? A very open-ended type question. And the man responded, first with this sense of bewilderment, you know, that kind of face that only an Israeli can make at you when you do something like this. It's crazy. And said, what do you mean, what am I going to do now? I'm going to drive my bus. That's what I do. I'm going to get back on the bus and drive. And so the reporter said to him, how could you possibly go back to what you were doing when you almost lost your life twice in the face of those who would seek to destroy you just by doing this simple act? And he said, it's just very simple. That's what I do, and this is my home. There was no explanation to the statement, it's just, this is my home. And that's the chorus of this song. And whether we are in our hometown, very, very far away in New York City, or in Caldwell, New Jersey, or whether we're lucky enough to actually be performing in Eretz Israel, no matter where your home is, Israel is also your home. So it's very fitting that we're here today. It's very fitting that we are fortunate enough to be invited into your home to celebrate the home that is all of ours together on this one special day. And unfortunately, it's very fitting because of what we're starting to see happening in that home right now. We worry about our brothers and sisters. We worry about those people who we share our home with. So until the day that this song is no longer needed, we're going to keep singing it. It's called Home.
Sing the morning sun, look at what has been done. The Spirit wheeling light, tonight do we see the evil plan? Don't know who looks strange. Is that man tired or is he deranged? Travelers rely on me to get from point A to B. This is my home, this is my motherland. This is the place where I want to be, a home no one can take away from me. This is my home, this is my motherland. These are the streets now all paved with gold. This is the land of which our fathers told. This is my home. My brother's not a number to mark down on the page. And as I sit here grappling with unrelenting rage, though the face may be forgotten, the song that still remains, all the tears and years and fears and the streets filled with the stains. This is my home. This is my motherland. This is the place where I want to be, a home no one can take away from me. This is my home. Oh, this is my chosen land. This is the land where the streets paved with gold. This is the land of which my fathers told. This is my home. Oh, this is my promised land. This is the place where I want to be, a home no one can take away from me. This is my home. This is my only land. This is the land where streets paved with gold. This is the land of which my fathers told. This is my home.
New York, singing bass, Rob Opperman.
From Queens, New York, singing baritone, Philip Kaplan, everybody.
From Queens, New York, singing tenor, Craig Resmovitz. From Exhales, New York, singing those high notes, Mr. Jacob Jakobsen.
To my right, laying down a bunch of that beatbox and singing all different kinds of parts. From Teaneck, New Jersey, Mr. Ben-Avi.
To my right, he's been doing percussion, he's been doing singing, he's been doing stuff you haven't even seen. From Spring Valley, Muncie, New York, Mike Boxer.
So ladies and gentlemen, there are too many people who have made this evening possible. First of all, thanks to each and every one of you for being here tonight, not just to support us, but to support your shul and to support Israel. We want to thank Deborah, we want to thank Meryl for being such a great host, Cantor Kaplan, and everybody behind the scenes who we don't even have anything met yet. Thank you all for making this show go and for having us here. If you enjoyed what you heard this evening, and you'd like to take a piece of us home with you, you cannot do that. That is against the law. But what you can do is, you can support our children and future children's college funds by purchasing a CD outside. Let's make sure that this young man gets his own. And don't forget, if you think we sounded great here tonight, imagine what we would sound like at your bar or bat mitzvah. She knows. So, thank you once again. Our website is six13.com, but don't let that be the next time you see us. Check out our website, and also we'll be there to say hi after the show. We'd like to meet each and every one of you. We have 2 more songs. This is the second to last, so don't leave after this one, unless you want to beat the traffic.
Oh, do not shed Kito, Kileo Lamkasto, Yomana Yisrael, Kileo Lamkasto, Yomruna Be'aro, Kileo Lamkasto, Yomruna Yirei Hashem, Kileo Lamkasto. Kileo Lamkasto.